Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be lesson number 2 in the colon hydrotherapy, beginning how to set up your own home colonic room. And it's going to also go into some steps on what colonics are good for and how they're helping. All of that information is in my book, Holographic Detox, that is on Amazon. And just look for Dr. Copeland or Talismay Copeland and Holographic Detox. And I think you're going to find some information that'll be helpful to you and to your family. So Holographic Detox is a multidimensional method that is more in alignment with our holographic self. We're all parts. It considers our physical body, our mental mind and conditioning, and our spirit, soul bodies. It is a methodology that I developed which weaves together holistic tools, colon hydrotherapy, juicing, supplementation, elimination diets like for allergies and glutens and dairy and GMO products, preservatives, stuff you don't need, acidic foods. To these basics, it will add chakra balancing, better known in the medical world as your endocrine system. We want to make sure your hormonal system is balancing. So on our website, if it's not there today, it will be very soon. We're adding hormone testing for specifically for women, but for everyone to know what's in balance and what's not, because that's so important. We have to meet you where you are. With different frequencies, your breath work and visualizations, other techniques, and other devices like the Scanar device and vibrogenics and chi. We have so many Tesla machines or Tesla generators and Tesla technology rife. There is a Hulda Clark, there's so many sound frequencies. There's so many things that we add into colonics to actually help people do what their genetics won't do for them. I myself have the MTHFR defective gene, so I don't eliminate. Some people have a 2-inch drain pipe in their bathtub. I got a 1/4-inch drain pipe. That's what genetic MTHFR is like. You just can never get done detoxing. So when someone tells you that your body can naturally detox, oh, honey, when? When I'm dead? And if I don't detox on my own, I will be dead. So with that being said, I have to help myself. And there are many ailments over the last, let's go with 45 years since I've been doing colonics, that I've been in holistic medicine for 50 years. I started out as a personal trainer in an athletic club and keeping people detoxed and doing massage and facials and body wraps and whirlpools and then getting them set up on their machines and all the other things that came along with it, nutrition and supplementation and, counting calories and macros and all those things. We're talking the 80s. So, no, actually, we're talking the 70s. I'm sorry, I lied. I try to kid myself every now and then. But all of that lifetime of knowledge of staying well, and I'm almost 70 years old. I'm a year and a half away from that. And I can still do yoga. I can still bend over. I can still run. I can still push boxes. I can stand on my feet all day. I can do many, many things. But if I hadn't have been doing colonics all these years, I'd be dead. And I've had 6, 7, I think 8 different doctors tell me that that's where I would have been had I not done the detox work that I've done. And many of my clients, my private clients, as well as all of my students all over the world, have told me that when they started doing colonics, their doctors were shocked at their new test results and their new numbers that came back. They couldn't believe that it worked that fast. And it's all because you are getting the toxic waste. You are, if you can't methylate right, which is what MTHFR is, or you're overloaded and your body can't process it and it's created a healing crisis for you, the best thing to do is get on that colonic board and do surfing. That's what I call it. Surf's up. That means I'm out to lunch. I'm in the bathroom. Leave me alone. I'm surfing. You know, make it cute, make it sweet, enjoy yourself. I put on my headphones. I listen to my good 432 or 528 hertz music. I watch my positive programs. You know, when you're eliminating waste and toxicity, there is a law in the universe that says nature abhors a vacuum. It'll put something back in there when you take something out. And so for me, I reprogram my living cells with positive energy. So I listen to the 432 music frequencies. I listen to the 528 musics. We have the scanner machine or equipment devices. We have Tesla biohealers. We have so many things. The ultrasound, the high frequency lights, red light therapy, on and on and on that we've added to colon hydrotherapy. I mean, literally, if I could turn every bathroom in America into a private spa, honey, I would feel like my job on earth is done. So with that being said, when we do colon hydrotherapy, we are activating our own innate ability to heal ourselves. But you have to let go of what stands in your way. And sometimes that's up here in your mind. Your conditioning is to not talk about your poop. Your conditioning is to be polite in a society, to not say cuss words, to not, be a potty mouth. Well, in my space, you get to do all that. You get to have a big potty mouth if you want to, because we need to get it out. It's what stands between you and success. Now, success can look like your health. Success can look like a relationship. Success can look like your financial success. There's all kinds of poop in our way. Some people call it our shadow. Some people call it our egotistical response to a traumatic experience. I don't know. It's all poop to me. So please take that gesture in the way it's meant to be humor and to bridge a conversation with you that allows you to discover your own darkness, your own poopiness, your own stuff that needs to be let go. And when you do, trust me, you're going to feel better. I have pulled myself out of kidney failure. I have pulled myself out of cancer. I pulled myself out of 35 years continuous detoxing of breast implant illness. I've pulled myself out of the colds and the flus. I've pulled myself out of eating gluten that I should have gone to the hospital for, anaphylactic shocks. I've had, you name it, various situations in my life, and then, the bloat, everything. I can't even think of all the things that I've done for myself, and I'm so grateful that I had the tools. The machine or the equipment itself is $498 plus shipping to you in your home for the rest of your life. I mean, and if you have to have a repair, it's going to be very simple. A hose or a tubing, go to the hardware store, get the food grade level stuff. It's easy. It's easy. And if you're scared or squeamish about it, make an appointment with me. I'm happy to help you through that. I think that pooping is right up there with, winning gold medals in the Olympics or something. When we activate our own natural homeostasis in our bodies and we clear out some of that mental conditioning, maybe it's spiritual conditioning, maybe you're from a Christian background and there are just certain words you don't say and certain things you don't do as a lady. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's okay to do it in my bathroom. It's okay. And you've got to give yourself permission, because that could be what saves your life. Now, doing the colonics helps you, it assists you with environmental and digestive toxicity. I can't tell you how many times I've had to use it when I had asthma. Exposure to grains and dust in the air after harvest, all kinds of things. Now, I do a professional certification, and I've been doing that for well over 45 years, I think. I studied under Dr. Bernard Jensen originally, and then I've done many, many other trainings since then. And I've had continuous learning experiences from all my students all those years. Now I have the book out, and then the little help book for when you buy your equipment from me. You get access to all these videos as well as the little setup booklet. And then if you want to upgrade, all you need to do to upgrade your education and your experience and become certified in colon hydrotherapy is chart your hours that you've done, especially the ones you've done with me, and we can roll those into your 100-hour certification program in colon hydrotherapy. Now, I teach the holographic colon hydrotherapy method. That's my trademark name. And I combined different methods to create that. Now, how I got that was from my death experience when I went to heaven in 1988 and met my maker and stood before the Council of Ascended Masters and received a lot of training, a lot of information about what I was to create, what I was to do, besides healing centers, which I have been doing since 1988. I don't know how many years that is, but every student that has graduated or that has taken my classes, they go on to build beautiful centers, beautiful spas, beautiful clinics, and they're very successful. The numbers with doing 3 colonic rooms, take one training, $3,500, 3 colonic rooms, that's times $498 a piece, plus your tips. Buy yourself some towels, get yourself some gowns or robes for your clients, some pillows, get the little green sheets that you can protect your board with and make the cleanup easier on yourself. And you're in business for under $500 or $5,000. But your revenue is probably going to be over $100,000 for a year. Operating 3 rooms. Now, where are you going to do that and save people's lives and give them something that they can take home? You sell them equipment. Okay? Help them have a healthy family. Help them be able to survive this toxic environment that is plentiful, So with that being said, we also offer a lot of other certifications. One of the things I want to read to you from my book, there is home used equipment setup steps, and it's only a 1-page instruction list that you get with the purchase of the colon hydrotherapy equipment. And that 1 page is just limited to a very few steps. So you're not really learning about colon hydrotherapy, even though you think you may know. In my book, there is a lot of information about preparing and getting prepared for your initial cleanse, which is usually a 7-day cleanse. What supplements you're going to need. You're going to need probiotics. You're going to need electrolytes. You're going to need your speculums, your little tips that are the size of a pencil. You're going to need like your neck pillows, your back pillows, music and headphones, a chair that's straight backed for you. You want your water to be a higher pH, but you also want it purified. Now, that's questionable for each person, and how much money you want to spend on that is up to you. You also want to use, your vinyl gloves. I use vinegar to clean up everything because I'm allergic to many, many things. You're also going to want to be able to offer a shower in case someone needs to clean up a little more extensively than normal. They have a blowout or something. Then those things will help you. And sometimes you can have like a baby monitor system in your bathrooms so that you can keep track of what's going on in each room and hear them call for you if you're in another room. So those are just some helpful hints. I order all my products from Elevate. I have a professional account there, have for years. And we order the Metagenics Ultra Force Intensive Care Probiotics. I love that. It does contain soy though, so just heads up on that one. And then I also order the Betagenics Electrolyte C, C Electrolyte plus C, excuse me. Because two of the things that the medical profession will tell you that they discourage you from doing colonics with, or even home enemas, is because your electrolytes are going to get wiped out. So your minerals and your potassium and magnesiums, okay? And your probiotics, your healthy flora in your gut is going to get wiped out. Well, that's sort of a misnomer because most people don't have healthy flora to begin with. But we rinse out everything. So you set up your space to where you have your electrolytes. You start drinking them before your colonic, during your colonic, and after your colonic. Then you get your probiotics. You start taking them. You're doing them after your colonic. You keep on them for that whole week that you're doing your master cleanse, your 7-day master cleanse. You stay on high pH water. Now, my clients also take the ASEA Redox supplement because, like I said earlier, when you remove the bad stuff, you want to put really good stuff back in. And when you're doing a detox, ASEA Redox increases your glutathione levels 800%. So you really, really want that to assist you. When I tell people about ASEA, I tell them that ASEA is the foreman on the job. When you go to build a house, you want really good marble, good wood, good linoleum, good upholstery, good paint, really good materials. That's just like our supplements and our diet. We want really good quality going in, all right? But we need the foreman on the job, the contractor, to tell us where to go, where to put it, how to cut it, how to install it, who needs it the most, all the supplies. That's the ASEA Redox. Okay, it's a cell signaling redox molecule that is boosted in the mitochondria of every cell in your body. So with that being said, everybody needs to be on redox molecule cell boosting ASEA. And when they come to me for colon hydrotherapy, that's one of the things that they get that day. So I have included a lot in my sessions. That's why I charge $100 a session, because I load them up. And also I do a 20% discount if people do the 7 series and prepay that, so we can get it done within a week to 10 days. I want to schedule them immediately when they pay. I want to know what's going on. I want it done. I want them committed. And then they can go home and start their life fresh. They have a baseline. And by then, if they've ordered their home equipment for themselves, they can go home and get started the next month to be able to do that. Now, if they have certain heavy conditions, heavy problems, immune issues, joint pain, certain things that they would be seeing an oncologist for, those types of things and conditions or symptoms, digestive problems, of course, allergy problems, of course, the ASEA is going to help, but also the Colonics will masterfully help them. Colonics are your workforce. It just gets the job done. It's like a bulldozer. It gets the stuff out so that you can make room for that beautiful body that you want to build. Okay? So you got to get rid of the old stuff and put in the good stuff, the new stuff. So I'm going to read to you very quickly here what situations are improved through bowel management. That's what we call colon hydrotherapy, bowel management, because everything in your body is filtered and fed with your bloodstream. Your blood picks up its nutrients through your colon, your small intestine. So we're going to clean it. We're going to make sure that that blood stays managed well. So we call it bowel management. So by managing what's in there, we're cleaning up all the other systems in our body. Your fears and your phobia around bowel waste are replaced with facts, education, and awareness. Many people do not know that if they eat a meal they should be evacuating, going to the bathroom, in about 30 to 45 minutes later. Every meal that you eat. Now, that one thing alone, if you aren't doing that, you need colonics. You need a better digestive system. And the only way to get that is through bowel management. Many people learn tips to get their bowels moving in the mornings with hot lemon water, Epsom salts and lemon juice, or some other natural ways after they have done an initial cleanse to maintain their eliminations during that month. Specifically, we will discover what works right for you, each person, during that 7-day cleanse. Initially, we wouldn't know until we discover how you actually perform in the bathroom. Now, number 3, women learning that doing a detox during their monthly cycle time enhances in feminine balancing of their bodies and regulates hormones more naturally. It's because we're eliminating the things that disrupt our hormones that's being stuck and impacted in our guts. PMS becomes a thing of the past. And for most women, after starting a cleansing schedule for about 3 months. So regular maintenance is going to keep you there. Bowel management. Now, number 4, cancer cell mutation slows down in an alkaline environment. It's free of parasites and resentments, We're going to work on all of that in each session. Number 5, long-term pain management on drugs like morphine for burn victims. I've had many plastic surgeons who do skin grafting on burn victims use me as their detox specialist to help them get people off of narcotics so that their bodies can heal. Because your body can't heal while you're taking a narcotic. Narcotic suppresses the neurosynapses. It numbs out your ability to heal yourself. So you have to get off of that. The kindest, most gentlest, most compassionate, loving way to do that detox is through colonics. Then they can do the surgery for bone or skin grafting. It's a very painful surgery. And the colonics enhance that growth. That new cells, that new skin tissue that's growing, it will be much better, faster. Okay? And it can be enhanced by the colonics by detoxing the narcotics from their system so that healing can occur more rapidly and naturally. Okay? Number 6, grief and stress. Let's call it unwanted emotions. Not that I want you to spiritually bypass or offload or disassociate from those emotions, because I've seen more emotional people in my bathroom than anywhere. But it can be dealt with in an enlightened awareness place, energy. We hold space so that cellular memory is not repressed, but released, felt. And then we have a ritual that we call give it to the porcelain god, the toilet. So it's making light of an uncomfortable, dark subject that most people don't talk about, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. And if it gets people healthy, I'm all for that. I'm trying to figure out where he was. Okay, also the monthly cleansing cycles will help you to maintain your emotional stability. And natural cycles of rejuvenation and spiritual aspiration experiences, or some people call it ascension awareness, will also happen. It is literally our letting go physical function that keeps us in balance with nature and our internal organs. And number 7 is when we add guided visualizations, our forgiveness exercise, our chakra work, endocrine work, past life regressions or recalls from our childhood, our conditionings. Some people will remember when they were fetuses in the womb and pick up memories, and that can be conditioned epigenetic responses that are released during colon hydrotherapy. It creates what I call a synergistic effect towards a more holographic release, a detox or a cleanse. Sometimes those words are interchangeable. That is why I train students to use high-frequency music, affirmations, intentions, guided visualization, and train them with tools and devices, equipment that will help in their personal transformation and accelerate cellular renewal processes. Number 8, when my clients use the recommendations for probiotics, electrolytes, and the ASEA supplements, we always observe a more than usual rapid recovery toward health and balance. Always. I have been in kidney failure, done colonics, and woke up the next day a whole different person. Yeah, personal testimony. There is just something beyond words that you can witness when new energy is going in of the highest quality. High standards, high integrity. That's what we do here. Maybe it is the self-respect that they show by giving the gift of health to themselves. Number 9, your self-respect improves. You become aware of making better choices for yourself and discipline yourself daily to not allow self-abuse or self-neglect. As a result of that healthier habit, other people will treat you better too. Yeah. Alchemy. Number 10, positive role model of healthy living and compassion in a world that promotes unhealth, greed, synthetics, genetically modified organisms, GMOs, and disease on a systemic level. We need more healthy examples of people thriving and educating others on the benefits of organic eating and healthy life choices. And some people choose to be health and wellness advocates. Those make my best colon hygienists. Those make my best holistic coaches. So if you're one of those and you feel that in your heart, you get the tingles all over when you hear me talk about it, call me. We'll talk. All right, number 11. Your chances of living a long enough to create and leave a good, healthy legacy for your family is greatly improved with bowel management because you can potentially live much longer. So many doctors told me after I had harmed myself by getting breast implants and then they ruptured that I would have been dead if I hadn't been doing the colonics to release all that poison that was unleashed in my system. And it was a tremendous amount. It doesn't come out of your tissue easily. I have now written a book about breast implant illness. I called it, it's on Amazon, Out of the Shadows of Breast Implant Illness, A Spiritual Story. So you can turn it around if you find yourself in that place, but it's up to you. You have to take personal, total responsibility. And when you do, you're the one who benefits, no one else. You. But you leave that legacy, and it's hard work. But if you do the work, you get the benefit. Number 12. A great many things in daily living are enhanced by creating a healthy respect for pooping well. Think about that. And knowing that when you're getting it right. It's very foundational. Did you poop good today? Did you? Did you do it right? Was it diarrhea? Was it little pellets? Was it long? Was it well-shaped? Let's talk about your poop. Let's figure out where you're at with it, because that's the result of your physiology. That's what your body is making. You want it to be good. You want it to be healthy. Because that determines your long-term health, your long-term wellness, your long-term vitality, your aging process, and even your death of the body. I don't believe we die. I believe our soul goes on and on forever and ever and ever. What God created is eternal. But that body, maintain it as long as you can. Number 13, your intuition, your spiritual connection, and your deeper knowing, your higher consciousness, are all benefits that myself and my students that have improved through eating better and bowel management have benefited from. It is a gift I give myself monthly, probably the rest of my life, if I can find people to help me cooperate, getting on that board and surfing for a long time. I have written another book that will help you to track your progress. It's called Conscious Food Journal, and there's a place in there that allows you to notate your pooping, your bowel movements, what you ate, how it made you feel, if you have an allergy symptom. On this channel, I have a video about what are allergy symptoms, because sometimes you don't know. A lot of people didn't know that itchy ears and back of your throat being scratchy or just a constant drippy, itchy nose was an allergy symptom. Most people don't know that. But there's a place in that book for you to notate those things. Take them to your colon hygienist. Have them look at it. Take it to your nutritionist, if you trust them, or your medical doctor, if you're on a good rapport with them and they understand you want to be more holistic minded and more based in natural medicines. There are a few MDs that I know that are in my world that are much more natural, that are much more, I call it naturopathic minded. They understand the benefits of light and healthy air and clean water and positive thoughts and high frequencies and good nutrition around you every day. That's what makes us happy. That's what makes us think great. That's what makes us well. And in doing all of that, we set an example, not just for our children, but for our friends, for our families, for communities, for our practice. And the thing that I'm most excited about is we stop the epigenetic patterns that we came here to work out. When I show up and I stopped eating grains and I stopped eating dairies and I stopped having dysfunctional relationships and I started loving myself, respecting myself, giving myself a full 8 hours of sleep and a kind, gentle start every morning, doing my yoga, loving on my little Zeus. Those things stopped a genetic pattern of abuse and narcissism in my genealogy. And so that ends, those toxic cycles end with me. I can claim that for myself. My therapist that I train, my hygienist, and even my estheticians, my somatic therapists that I train, they all learn that. It's not just my colon hygienist. Because every avenue of our life is an opportunity to help someone stop the toxicity, stop the abuse, stop living in your cars, stop feeling horrible about yourself, stop the shame, Stop the blame. Stop the guilt. Stop the judgment. You can choose that. And if you're one of my students, you can help other people to make that crossing. You can help bridge them to the other side. And for me, in what I've seen in almost 70 years of life, there is nothing greater